Hello. Hi. Good morning. Oof. I forgot my chapstick and I don't know where it is. That's okay. We'll deal. We'll deal. Good morning. Wow. Am I tired? Hello, Ixie. Hello, Sword and Board. Welcome back. Hi, Paul. Hi, Baz. Over on YouTube. Mwah. There you go, Ixie. Just for you. Just for you. Oh, I should change my scene. Hello. Greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. My goodness gracious. I did not rest at all. I should have, but I didn't. No. Instead, I got hyper fixated on like redoing my desk in my living room, and that was at least one part of it. Yeah. I cooked like all Christmas Day. And then I ended up going to like IKEA and a couple other places, and I have not rested like I should have. And now I'm really tired and I just want to get all this stuff done. There's just shit strung all over.
The familiar scent of death.
Thank you for that resub, Daedric. Thank you. 2 months. 2 months. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, I pulled out everything that was in my desk and now it's all over my living room, and I just need to organize and like get rid of most of it's just Pokemon cards. Like a good 80 to 90% of it is just Pokemon cards. Okay. And I really just need to start getting rid of some of my bulk. I have thousands upon thousands of like commons and uncommons, and I just need to throw them away. I just need to get rid of them. And that's both English and Japanese, and it's bad. It's bad. I need to sort through it. I need to get rid of it, and I just need to clean up. So that's what I've been doing the past few days. Like I said, not relaxing. So I'm pretty tired today. I'm sorry if I sound tired. I feel like I sound tired. I still haven't completed my desk, but I got it together enough where I can at least like work on my computer and stream and stuff. There was something I ordered on Amazon Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? Wednesday was Christmas, right? I think it was Friday. Yeah. I ordered something on Amazon on Friday. And I'm saying that because it was supposed to be overnighted, right? Like it was like, oh yeah, it'll be there next day. That's why I specifically like picked the item. I was like, all right, I can deal with it next day, fast enough, blah, blah, blah. And then I waited literally all day. It was like, yeah, I'll be there at like 5:30. I was like, cool. Awesome. Then it was like 8:30. I was like, all right, that's still manageable. And then it said it'll be there by 10. I'm like, yeah? Is it? Then 10 comes, it's like still arriving today. I'm like, no, it's not. And then it got updated, arriving tomorrow by 10 p.m. Oh, all right. So I went to bed, went to sleep. That was my Saturday. Then come yesterday, Sunday, I'm like, all right, I'm giving it until like 8 p.m. or something, or 7. I think I started, yeah, I think it was more like 7. I started putting my desk together enough so I can actually use it. It is still not come. Now the tracking just says it'll come in the next couple days, and if it doesn't, I can get a refund, and I'm not very happy. It's weird because it's happening to multiple packages. It's not just like that one thing, so I don't know what's going on. It's like the one time I actually need something from Amazon. Most of the time, if something gets delayed, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't care, whatever. And this is like the one time I need something, and it's like, nope. Good morning, Flame Scion. I am doing all right. I'm very eepy though. Very eepy. Hi, welcome in. Yes, welcome in. Definitely tomorrow, right? Definitely. Like I said, it's not just my packages though. It's happening to my roommate's packages as well. So it's not like it's a me thing. It might, who knows, with the weather and stuff, something might have weird happened. I don't know. Anyway, hi Swinky. But yes! It has been a week, I guess a little less than a week since I last streamed, but a lot has happened. By a lot, I mean Christmas. So I thought we'd take today, just relax for a couple hours, talk about our holiday, all that kind of fun stuff. And just do that. Let's hang out. Let's hang out with some power washing sim. I do enjoy me some power washing sim streams from time to time, and I think we are slightly overdue for one. Not completely overdue, but slightly. Let's see, and I know they have a winter map that we can jump into today, so let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so what I'm trying to do with my desk and what I needed from Amazon, because you might just think, oh, if you need something for your desk, just go to the hardware store, right? You'd be right. You'd be right. You would be right. Oh my god, why did I have to yawn right then? Jesus. I am actually... I ordered peel and stick black marble. Yeah, black marble peel and stick for my desk. That's why I was waiting for it to get here before I set my computer up and like put my desk completely together. Because I'm gonna have to take everything back off and I'm not very happy about that. So I literally just have like the bare bones to operate my computer right now on my desk. It's not great. But oh well. I'm really gonna be yawning a lot. Like I said, my sleep has been questionable and I have been working nonstop since like Christmas. Just doing random shit. Dirt finder! That is me. Wait, why is it not capturing? Why is it doing this? Wait. Don't fuck with me. It's fucking with me. What in the world? It literally... I'm done. I'm over it. Good night. Why wouldn't it capture? I've never had an issue with PowerWash Simulator before. Why? Why would you do this? Alright, well, I guess we can try this. Are we good now? Are we... You got a new desk as well? Yay! But waiting for all the bits to put it together instead of swapping to a standing desk. Ooh. I was thinking about doing a standing... Why? Actually, why is this not capturing? I had to change my codec to NVIDIA, but that shouldn't change anything. Oh, I just want to play Power Washing Sim. I've never had an issue with Power Washing Sim. Why are we having issues with Power Wash Simulator? Hi, Vinu. How are you doing? Supposed to be at work, but you're sick. I hope you feel better. Dude. I don't understand. Oh, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna delete that. And then we're gonna add another game capture. Why is there multiple game? What? No. No. Let's try. Let's try. Capture specific window. I don't know why re-adding it would work, because it's not working. You have to borrow your desk. You don't got one. Aw. Yep, my day's going well too. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm aware, by the way, that there's a black screen. Just for everyone who's coming in, I am currently... I don't understand why there's a black screen. Let me put it that way. Something fucky is going on, and I don't know what that is. Because it's just capturing, like, you guys can't see me going through the menus or anything. What is happening? You know what? Okay, wait. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm gonna try restarting the game. How about that? How about that? How about that? We just restart the game. We just restart the game. I I don't know why. I don't understand why it wouldn't be capturing, but it's just not. Oh? Uh-oh. Nope, it's doing the same thing. Welcome to Mizuchi's stream, where all I do is troubleshoot computer issues that just randomly pop up because they feel like it for no reason. I know, I've streamed PowerWashing Simulator so many times, and now? Why now? Why today? What are we doing? What is it? Alt enter for window mode? It is. That's not changing anything. That's not. The only thing I can think of, did I forget to run OBS in admin mode? It'd be really weird. Can I check if I'm running an admin? I don't even know. So how are you guys doing today? How was your holidays, guys? How are you doing? How are you? Is everyone doing swell? That's nice. As you can see, I am doing so good right now. So good. OBS, UAC. Okay, you know what? No? That's good, that's good. Yeah, it does have admin. You're sick? Oh, I know. Good morning, Mord. Why? Okay, let's Google this. Game capture frozen game screen. This game is running fine, but OBS is frozen. Do you normally use Afterburner or Riva Tuner? Same problem. And if I configure the game capture again, it no longer shows my image. My monitor is HDR. Wait. Yes, I do. I was supposed to say Riva Tuner and Afterburners? What? Riva Tuner? I even knew. Mwah, there you go. Why would Riva Tuner? Leave my Riva Tuner alone. Leave my Riva Tuner alone. Why would you fuck with my Riva Tuner? Leave him alone. Maybe that, I don't know why that would be it. I haven't had an issue with Afterburner and Riva Tuner, but hey, if the internet says it's not working, maybe that is it. I don't even know if they're on right now. They are. It'd be really weird actually if they weren't. Really weird if they weren't. Let's say Riva Tuner should actually not be going by default. What is this program? I have so many monitoring programs, for better or for worse. The game is definitely trying to test my patience, yes. That it is 100. Well, the thing is, okay, look, I'm working. You guys can see me. So what is happening? Actually, you know what? Unironically, ooh, I don't know how to turn it off though. It might actually unironically be Riot Vanguard, but I don't know how to turn Vanguard off because I accidentally turned off the taskbar thing, and now I don't even see it in my processes or anything. Let me look. So I don't know if it'd be under Riot Vanguard or Vanguard. YouTube Studio. Not coming. Sorry for all the things and the dogs. No, I'm not seeing it. It makes me think it's not running. Apparently nothing is having it today. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Hello, Mizu. Hello, Yumizu. She's gonna press a button and I'll end up the stream accidentally. That'd be pretty impressive if I managed to do that. Okay. I'm gonna close down everything. I'm not using the stream right now. Even you, transparent taskbar. I don't understand anything that would be in it. Like, a lot of these programs I absolutely run during stream. Okay, I need my audio software. That's not going anywhere. I kind of need the Xbox app. Yeah, my Riva tuner isn't running anymore. Or wasn't. I don't have it running by default. So it's very weird. Okay, well, something worked. I don't know what, but we're here. We're here. I just turned everything off. Okay. Something was fucking with it. Was it really my taskbar program? I literally have a program. Okay. To get super nerdy for just... As if I'm not always super nerdy. I literally have a taskbar program that makes my taskbar completely transparent because I have a OLED monitor and I tried to avoid burn-in as much as possible. And I've been running this taskbar program for ever since, I don't know, for months and months and months and months. So I don't know, but you know, we're here. You guys can see it. On any other seasonal jobs, I don't think I have any in progress. I don't. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, welcome to the stream, everyone. 22 minutes in, we are playing PowerWash Simulator. Finally, I'm so sorry. This is the last thing I expected to not work. Like audio or something, sure, right? PowerWash Simulator? No. Let's clean some penguins, I guess. Hell yeah. And then we can talk about Christmas and the holidays and stuff. Yay. This isn't my normal. Is it? Never mind. Maybe it is. It is. JK. I usually use the long extension though. They're so long. Did you guys get anything cool for Christmas? I know Scion got some baking equipment, if I remember right. Yeah. That's really exciting. That is very exciting. Skating aid penguin. I haven't been ice skating since I was a kid. Spraying penguin sounds like an euphemism. Hey, go. Use this drawing inappropriate things in the dirt. I think I've only done that once. I'm a very calm PowerWash Simulator player. I do things in rows. Something that is satisfying to me. I am not chaotic. I'll go one wall section at a time. I'm very, very calm. Self-gifted you a playthrough of Disco Elysium? Nice. My younger brother, he got me a game off this thing called Knock on the Coffin Lid, if I remember that's the name correctly. It looks like a Slay the Spire-like game. Deck builder, roguelike, kinda, you know. Speaking of, I still need to play Balatro. You got a bike stick. I actually ended up getting a couple of presents this year, which I'm always surprised about because I'm not used to getting presents. But I actually got a couple this year. I got 2 Lego sets, which I'm pretty excited about. While my computer was sitting on my kitchen table waiting for my desk to be done, I ended up busting out like 5 or 6 hours of Legos yesterday. It was a lot of Lego. It was a lot of Lego. What even happened to this place? That's my question every single time I walk into a PowerWash Simulator map. Like, what happened? You know? What happened? Oh, we're gonna do the outside first. That makes sense. In which we're going to go counterclockwise. Yes? Okay. Counterclockwise. There are bosses in the WoW raid. One in particular where everyone has to learn which way clockwise is. It has become a little bit of a meme, at least in my raid. Because we had people dying because they were going counterclockwise, but no, you can't do that. You can only go clockwise. It became a whole thing teaching, you know, a bunch of adults the difference between clockwise and counterclockwise. Oh, next stream might be building the Lego set. I'm always scared to do hand cam streams, I'll be honest. It's not because I don't like my hands or I don't want to show it. Look, there's a... No. I'm just scared it's not gonna be, like, exciting enough, so I just... It's like it wouldn't be too hard to set up, especially... It's been a little while. I have done a Lego stream in the past, but it's definitely been a while. It's definitely been a while. My hands are gangly. I like to think I have pretty okay hands. I'm not scared of my hands. I also keep them manicured and stuff. Yeah, I'm just always scared that it's not going to be like as exciting as it sounds or something. Like, oh, build Legos. And I'm like, does anyone really want to watch me build Legos? You're all supportive here. I appreciate that. Show us some fingies. Oh, God. Give us the fingers. So yeah, I got some Legos. I got this giant tree house. That's what I started working on yesterday. A Viking village, which is really cool. I'm very excited about that one. It also came with some like holiday promotions for Black Friday and stuff. So like there's a little turntable. There's this little Christmas train that I did. It's all very cute. I do enjoy Legos. Plus side, my computer not being up, I forced myself to do other things like build the Lego sets because I have a backlog of Lego that I actually do need to get through. So that was kind of nice. I also got... Okay. Hi, love. Welcome in. A space rocket Lego replica. I'd be down to watch it. I do. Legos are nice. There's just something... Plenty of folks who are of age and grew up without analog clocks. I know. Lego building. Should you get the NT4? Just click already. So my problem is that I have really long nails. And that's the fun part about doing Legos for me. It's not the fun part. Okay, they're not super long, but they're long enough to interfere with my Lego building. And I fat finger when I raid a lot and stuff. We don't have to tell my raid boss that. Beauty over function or something. I don't know. Oh, shit. I might as well do both sides. I'll just go around and do both sides. Since I have to hop over to complete the ledge as well. I do have, I should have a decent webcam for it now and everything. I just need to get like a space set up to actually do it, I suppose. Well, now I have a free tabletop since I took apart my my desk and rebuild it. So, you know, there's that. Could get it set up somewhere. Maybe my basement, actually. I could use my laptop to stream from because it wouldn't be doing any, like, gaming. It would just be streaming. Something about it. Something about it. Nails reveal. I usually post them on Twitter. I didn't post this set on Twitter though. Oh. Yup. They're very festive though. They are red and sparkly. I have like a sweater nail, candy cane nail, snowflakes. There's nothing bad with long nails. Sometimes you just want to have fantasy monster claws. Exactly. I actually don't do stilettos, which are the pointy ones, because I game too much. I love having stilettos, which again are the pointy style of nails, but I can't do it with like how much I raid. One, they dole out really fast, and that's mostly it. They can be uncomfortable. I notice I like slip a lot more on my keys and fat finger and stuff with stilettos. Because you have to get them like a good length, dude, to make them look nice. I'm like right on the verge of that length. Like I could pull it off, but I usually just get tapered squares. So they're still, they still like go inward, but just a little bit, and then they're squared off, so they're flat at the end. And those, because I don't like having full squares. I feel like they make my fingers look chunky. So I go for tapered to make my fingers look longer and slender. Actually, weirdly enough, I don't know. As both being a manicurist and getting my nails done, I get complimented on my fingers a lot more than one would think. And it's not my fingernails, it's literally just my fingers. I've literally have been asked if I was a hand model. Like, what the fuck is a hand model? I'm like, I don't know how to answer that. Like, no, these are just my hands. Just my hands. You're too stingy for nails? I love having long nails. Are they long enough to be Wolverine? No. They're about, right now, about a little over an inch long, probably. I feel like that's an untapped market. Gamer nail designs, great designs that work with keyboards and or mouse gamepads. I mean, it's just the length of the nails, because until like you really don't know how much you use your finger pads to do stuff until you get long nails. So like I have to change the way I text on my phone, the way I type. You end up changing a lot of things to accommodate having long nails. I don't know if there's really a way around that. Like, I can think, but they just honestly, just because the length, it's the length that gets, in the way. I specifically go for this shape so I can type a little bit more comfortably on my keyboard or, game realistically, especially in like raids and stuff, right? But even then, like I said, I end up fat fingering and stuff. You start, like, humans are really cool in the fact that we just adapt to things, right? So like you just end up adapting to the length of the nail, but like it's not great. It really is just the length that gets in the way most of the time. Fall off? Wait, reverse keyboard? That sounds crazy. I have never seen Zoolander. Actually. No, I haven't seen a lot of movies. I grew up playing video games. My dad obviously showed me a few movies growing up, right? Like I've seen like Breakfast Club and a lot of things, but more so stuff towards my era of growing up, I guess. I haven't seen so much of. Yeah, I guess that's the best way I can explain it. I was just always too busy playing City of Heroes, playing Ultima Online, playing, you know, World of Warcraft to really sit down and watch movies. I've just always been a little game addict. You know? Sometimes it just be that way. Zoolander's really good, yeah. I just feel like sometimes my humor is absolutely cooked as well. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, maybe we can do a Lego stream at some point. Like I said, I do have a backlog of Legos to get through. I have like the Starry Night Van Gogh one. I have a blacksmith I need to get through. The pyramids of Giza. Giza. The pyramids. That's one I need to get through. I know there's a couple more sitting in my basement. I have a bunch of like little Minecraft ones that I need to get through. Minecraft ones are cute. Stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, my dad definitely, well, let me think. Yeah, my dad didn't really censor stuff or necessarily prevent me from watching things, I would say. Or playing games for that matter, because let me tell you, my dad, when I was pretty young, set me up on Unreal tournaments. And I remember playing Unreal tournaments. I was like, yeah, this is so cool as a kid. And then they started swearing, and I was like, am I supposed to be playing this? I remember that. Because they would say damn a lot in Unreal tournaments. Like, a lot. And I'd sit there thinking to myself, am I supposed... Yeah, I didn't ask my dad. I didn't question my dad, right? But I remember just sitting there thinking, they're saying a lot of naughty words. Which is funny, because now I swear like a freaking sailor. My dad never swears. I'm always a little scared when my dad actually... actually swears. He's just not a person to swear. He's just not for whatever reason. He's not like religious or anything. He just doesn't do it. He just doesn't swear. But yeah, like instead of like horror movies, it'd be like Diablo, the original, right? You know, my dad would just introduce games to me growing up. Oh, goodbye, gnome. You will be missed, I'm sure. Just kidding, because you're not a dwarf. So yeah, maybe Legos at some point. I also got... Oh, yeah. Let me tell you guys this story, okay? So I got some, you know, small gifts for both my cousin and my brother, and I knew that they already had plans for Christmas. I was like, hey, yeah, you guys can just swing by whenever you want during the week or Christmas and pick up your presents from Santa or whatever, right? And so this is how this went down. All right, I was cooking all Christmas Day, quite literally all fucking day. So cooking. I get done, eat about 4-ish, dinner and everything. You know, because there is no dinner time during Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's just when shit's done. Let's be real. All right. They say damn in Mega Man 7. God damn. So I'm tired as fuck. Now I got, you know, I ate a lot of food. So now I'm like super duper tired. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to go. And my back's hurting because I just have a bad back. Whatever. Standing up, cooking, bending over, cleaning dishes, etc. Now I'm just uber tired. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go take a nap on my couch. I'm going to lay down. And I put on my little heating pad. I go lay down, you know, etc., etc. I end up falling asleep. And then suddenly I hear like a knock at my door. And I'm like, oh shit. So I like spring awake. I'm in my jammies, so I put on like a hoodie and I open the door, and it's my brother and my cousin and my brother's girlfriend, and it's her first time being at my house. So I'm just like, "Hi, Merry Christmas," you know, like super out of it for sure. And you know, they hand me my gift. My brother and my cousin often go in on stuff. They're just very conjoined at the hip. They really are. And so exchange gifts, etc. I give them theirs. We all open our gifts up. And, you know, I open up and it's Magic the Gathering cards. Super cool, right? I do like Magic. Jumpstart boosters, which are, I'm finding apparently a little bit different. Apparently jumpstart boosters are more like draft, where the idea is that it's like mini decks and every booster. It's kind of weird. But either way, that's kind of getting off topic. And so anyway, it's Magic the Gathering cards. I'm like, oh, cool. Magic the Gathering cards. Thanks, guys. And then my cousin, he looks at me. He's like, yeah. Hi there, Braith. How are you doing? My cousin looks at me. He's like, yeah, you're easy to shop for because you have a wish list. And I'm still like kind of half asleep at this point. So I'm like, my brain is ticking right now. I'm just like, what? He's like, yeah, I saw you had like Magic the Gathering cards and stuff on your wish list. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, so that makes it super easy to shop for you. I was like, yeah. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, the only wish list that I have public or have given out is my throne. All right? Is my throne wish list. Which inherently, nothing wrong with that. But the only way to get to my throne is either through my stream or my Twitter, all right? You seeing where I'm going with this? All right? And so this is what's running through my half-asleep mind. I'm like, okay, so the only way... Like, I don't say anything out loud about it. Oh no, my family know about my stream. Don't get me wrong. I've been streaming for about 10 years. I didn't start off as a VTuber. They didn't really exist outside of maybe AI Kazuna back then. I think, yeah, she came around. Anyway, point is like, my family knows about my stream, especially when I was living with my dad and I was doing it more as a job. I would actually, had a decent, I don't want to say good, but I, would get a few $100s or so, or closer to like $1,000 a month from it. So it was enough for, paying a little bit of expenses and like groceries and stuff while living with my dad. So like my family does know about my stream. I've had the same moniker for probably 16 or so years, so they know about that too. But I do have multiple Twitter accounts, I will admit. One that I've had for a very long time that is now private and more locked down because it's more of like my real friends and coworkers, etc., right? And then I have my streaming account. And then I also have the extra accounts that some people may know about. All right. So the good news. So yeah, they had a chance of finding the extra account. First off, yeah. Which, is always a possibility when you have social media. It's just a fucking possibility, all right? It's not even that. That was like so bad. Oh, I don't want to clean that yet. It's okay. That was so bad. It was the fact that I knew they were on my throne, all right? And the thing about my throne is that you can put anything on it, including, you know, mature rated stuff. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. You can put mature rated things on your throne, all right? You can put mature rated things on your throne. I have never been banned on Twitch, and I'm going to still not be banned on Twitch, all right? Let's put it that way. But for example, you could, you know, put things of odd natures that are mature rated on your throne, okay? And I have things of precarious interests of on my throne before. And so I was just thinking to myself, I was like, what the fuck do I have on my throne right now? What is up there? What is on my throne? Luckily, it wasn't too bad, but as Ixie stated, there are, you know, things you would use on a bowl, for example, on my throne. So, and maid cosplays and lingerie and such. So it wasn't too bad. Which is good because I was very close to adding stuff from a certain, how do I say this? Alternative site on my throne within the last month, but luckily I think it has been pretty okay. Wait, yeah, so that was running through my head pretty heavily when my cousin came over and said, hey, yeah, you're really easy to shop for because you have a wish list. But luckily, there wasn't anything too god-awful on it. And I just had to be like, yeah, you know, you're hard to shop for. Haha, Santa had a hard time picking out your gift. Oh, God. So that was my mini Christmas horror story. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. But, yeah. So that happened. Pretty much. It's like, yeah, it's okay. Yep, that happened. Nothing else to say about it. Just happened. Yep. Mm-hmm. I was a little mortified. I was like, well, it already happened. What can I do? What can I do? The other awkward part is that, like, my older brother and my cousin were, like, trying to gas me up to my brother's girlfriend. They're like, yeah, she has a really cool Pokemon card collection. She's not a nerd. This is what I've gathered from her. She's more on the normie side, despite, you know, it seems like both her family and my family being more on the nerdy side, right? Like, we made a joke about how much guys talk about or think about the Roman Empire during one of the board games we were playing. And she was like, what? She was so confused. She was so confused about it. No one else was, as far as I could tell. So, like, we weren't messing with her, you know, because, well, sort of, right? It's a little bit of a meme. But, like, we weren't really messing with her. We were like, yeah, go ask, you know, my older brother how much he thinks about the Roman Empire. She's like, you guys are fucking with me. I'm like, no, go ask him, because he was just in the next room. So she calls out to him. He's like, hey, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? He's like, I thought about it like 20 minutes ago. She's like, no, you don't. Like, yeah. But let me just put it that way. how much of kind of a normie is. You haven't found out they're nerd yet? No, like, her nerd hobby is crochet. Which, there's obviously nothing wrong with crochet. I would say there are definitely a lot of nerds who do crochet, but I wouldn't call her a nerd because she does crochet. You can, but yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, don't get me wrong, she does really like crochet, but it's, when I think nerd, I'm thinking more, you know, fantasy, video games, etc., right? Not crochet. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, disparage people who do crochet, because I know it gets intense. Like patterning and things like that, and blah, blah, blah. And you can make nerdy things with crochet. But when I say nerd, I'm more so talking about, like, video games and, like, a lot of, like, my older brother draws Dungeons and Dragons maps and does a lot of D&D, you know? It's like comparing two things. You can really be a nerd about anything. All right, now we're just getting into semantics. Yes, you can be a nerd about anything. All right? I'm talking about, like, I'm comparing two groups of people. I'm comparing, when I say nerd in this context, I'm more so talking about the D&D nerds, the fantasy nerds, the gaming nerds, etc., right? Not crochet nerds. All right? When someone says the word nerd, you don't go to, oh, I'm thinking about crocheting, right? If I say the word nerd to you, you're probably thinking, yeah, about gaming is the big one. Usually like Dungeons and Dragons, maybe something like math and stuff, right? Like a Poindexter, right? But yes, you guys are correct. You can be nerdy about basically anything if you really want to. You can be nerdy about dinosaurs for all I give a shit about. I'm talking like comparatively, right? This girl doesn't game. She doesn't do Dungeons and Dragons. She, you know, in that sense. Is this the nerd geek discourse again? Wait, again? Dinosaurs are pretty basic nerd. Sorry. Oh my god. That's what I mean, especially comparatively to the people she hangs out, or in this case goes out with, which is my older brother. I just never mind. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. So yeah. Forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah. So my older brother and my cousin are trying to gas me up to this girl about like my Pokemon card collection and shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I have lots of Pokemon cards. Mind you, I'm just this random 30-year-old person she has met once before for Thanksgiving, so it's not like we got to talk a lot or anything. We just kind of met, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, I got a lot of Pokemon cards. My older brother and my cousin are like, yeah, she's got so many cards. She got some like really cool ones and stuff. And I'm sitting here like, they're just fucking with me. 100%, they're just fucking with me because they have not seen my Pokemon card collection at like. And I'm just like, yep, I got Pokemon cards. Because she's, from what I can tell, pretty sweet and everything. She's like, your house was really pretty, blah, blah, blah. And then they saw, my cousin and my brother saw that I got Legos. She's like, yeah, she's got some really cool Legos. Why don't you show her your Legos? And I was like, I'll show her my Legos. And as I was like unwrapping stuff, like the magic cards, they're like, maybe you can open it up on stream. And I was like, Like, yeah, maybe it's you know, hand cans and stuff are kind of a pain in the butt, but you know, maybe. And then, you know, once they, you know, saw that I got Legos for Christmas, they're like, oh, you could do the Legos on stream. And I was like, maybe. I was out of my depth in my own house. I've never felt so out of my own fucking depth in my own fucking house before. Never, dude. Never in my life. I felt like a stranger in my own house. It was so weird. Luckily, they only really stopped over to say, like, hi, exchange gifts, talk for a few minutes. Like, the whole interaction was maybe 20 minutes if I had to guess. I felt that level of discomfort, right? You're just like, oh, yeah, you guys are doing this on purpose, aren't you? Dude, I'll admit, I've said this before, I'm an introvert. Through and through. You might not guess it by how much I yap on stream, or maybe you do. I like the way I talk and stuff, but I am definitely a full-blown introvert. I don't know how to talk to other people. The other issue that exasperates it is the ADHD, because like I don't care about small talk. I can't keep my brain engaged if you're like, so how was your day? Or the dread question, so what do you do for work? And I'm like, I do not want to talk about this. I don't care. I don't care. So, like, the chances are pretty high. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I have definitely met some very extroverted VTubers, that's for sure. I would say there's a good mix, in all honesty, in the community. There is definitely a good mix of introverted and extroverted VTubers, so you can't even go to someone to be like, yep, you're an extrovert or an introvert based on them being a VTuber. Like my old friend was extremely extroverted, and he's a VTuber. So it's like, it's a mixed bag. It's skewed towards introverts? Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. Because, like, when I join, like, VTuber, like, discords and discussions, there will definitely be a lot of people who are just putting themselves out there in multiple ways, right? Hobbies, just talking a lot, whatever. You know, I would say I don't think it's skewed one way or the other, to be honest. Extroverts tend to be louder, yeah. Yep. But yeah, I can't. I'm definitely a yapper. I'm honestly not really a yapper. I yap a lot on stream, but this is where it starts and this is where it ends. Like, if you get me... Oh my god. Like, if you get me in VR chat with a group of people, you would think I was fucking mute. Because I'm just like... Nope. The other issue, too... Well, you know, is that... Because... small talk is kind of hard for me. And I'm in such weird little niche interests. Like, oh, do you play Valorant? No. Do you play Overwatch? No. Marvel Rivals? No. But you game? Yeah. Baldur's Gate? No. Oh. What do you play? Path of Exile? Oh, so what do you do in Path of Exile? The same thing over and over and over again? Oh, and that's fun? Yep. Play anything else? World of Warcraft. Oh, cool. Horde or Alliance. Doesn't matter to me, but I mostly play Horde now. Oh, yeah, cool. For the Horde. Yep. Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is specifically like going outside though. Agoraphobia is like specifically like you have a fear, or really it's a very serious phobia where like being outside more or less, or the thought of like paralyzes you. I'm not that bad. I have developed social anxiety, unfortunately, so I'm aware of that. I used to be a little bit better at socialization, but I've actually regressed in the last few years for multiple reasons. I had someone really close to me kind of betray my trust and stuff that I was like extremely close to for many, many years. That kind of set off a certain spiral, and during this I was kind of isolated from a bunch of people, and it's a whole thing, and so that really set off my social anxiety. I know it sounds really bad, but I haven't been on VR chat as much, and VR chat's where I actually got a lot of my socialization from. There's a reason behind that too, is because before I even met this person in real life, I've had some bad things happen to me. I'll leave it at that. And that has also, you know, not been helpful with the social, like developing social anxiety and just not wanting to talk to people and stuff. It's not so much that I don't want to talk to people. I do want to talk to people. It's just, I have a hard time like allocating the energy and finding the right topics to talk about, because I don't talk about politics, I don't talk about world events, and usually things that are more technical that I do, like 3D printing, I don't really care about, you know, talking about. Like those are just things I like to do. Or like Legos are cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Legos. You know? So, what do you like talking about? That's a great question. I don't even know, man. Oh, we made a full circle. I would love to answer that question. What do I like talking about? I guess I like listening more than I do like talking. It really usually is a spur of the moment thing. Because I can have really good discussions. One of the things I actually do like to talk about is gaming in a general sense of like game development and publishing and stuff, because I have worked on that side. So how's the weather? Oh, you know, it's great. It's great. It's great. I actually really like debating about that kind of stuff, because I obviously have a lot of opinions actually working in different sectors of game dev. I've never worked at an actual development house, but I have worked with both. Well, I've worked at a publishing place, and I have done esports a decent amount. More grassroots stuff, but I do like to talk about the logistics of stuff like that. I always find that can be pretty interesting. I find that like talking about social media, because I used to work in social media being a community manager, can also be sort of interesting too, kind of like the psychology behind it and stuff. I obviously have a lot of opinions being on different sides of social media as well. As someone who for part of his life wanted to get into game dev, but it ended up not working out, and tried to follow a bit behind the scenes of it, it's like, I don't know, it's so much fucked up shit. Yeah, game dev is really interesting because of where it started, right? And that's really, unfortunately, where the foundation wasn't built for it to scale like it did. The only exceptions at some point were companies like Blizzard. But as we all know what happened with Blizzard and Activision, etc., that too lost its luster. And this is where it also kind of plays into esports as well, yeah. They got corporatized too quickly. Yeah. It's not even that it got corporized. It's the fact that people, it's the fact that game dev obviously started off as a passion for everyone who started doing game dev. Let's be real. You don't usually, now there have been a couple people that have, but you don't usually stumble into doing video games. It's usually something you pursue, right? Whereas if you get a general IT degree, you can do IT at a lot of places. One of them might be a game studio, but like you could do it for hotels, casinos, you could do it for 7-Eleven, you could do it for healthcare, right? There's a lot of industries you can actually work in something like IT or computer security, right? Where game dev, sometimes it's specific, sometimes it's not. Can I put you down? I can't even jump with this thing. So, that's like the first issues. I can't. Okay, thank God. I can't put him down. I just want to put him down. So starting off in game dev and how it went is that because it was a passion project, everyone's like, oh, we don't have to pay the devs or people working on video games money. They'll just do it for, you know, the love of the game, to say the least. And so that's kind of where it really went wrong in the first place. Because I can tell you, you're gonna like a bit more, that's fine. I can tell you, my salary in LA, 6, maybe 7 years ago now, 7 years ago. All right, this was 7 years ago. So it's still, it's not super recent, but still pretty recent. You can still think about living in LA 7 years ago being very expensive, right? The average price for rent on an apartment was probably around $2,000, $1,500 to $2,000, right? From what I remember. So let me put that in perspective. On top of that, sales tax in California, or at least LA, is over 10%. And that includes groceries. So every time you go, you know, you go do $100 of groceries, you're paying $10 to $11 on top of that. So let me put that in perspective. My salary as a community manager at Nexon America was $40,000 or 40,000. Yeah, 40,000 USD a year. So every 2 weeks, I'd bring home, after taxes and everything, I think close to $1,100. Okay, and how much was my rent? My rent at the time, I think, was $1,100. So let me put that into perspective. And it's not like they didn't want community managers. They needed them, right? You need someone to run social media and keep up with trends and do reporting, because it's not like I just did, you know, I didn't do just social media by any means. No, I did analytics. I did market research. I did daily reports. I did planning, helped with marketing, stuff like that. So I would even float over to QA. I had a huge hand in the in doing broadcasts at Nexon America. I had a huge hand in helping or really doing market research on like the esports scene at the time, etc. I would be flown to conventions to help with like influencers and just working at the booth, etc. Right? And here I am getting paid $40,000 a year. So, putting that into perspective. That's how the game industry is. It's for people who have passions, who like doing what they do, and they'll do it despite the money. Mm-hmm. The jumpstart stuff, some of those cards are quite expensive. Oh, wow. I opened up one pack, but yeah, I did read how they work. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, here comes my inadequacy issues. Yeah, you gotta be okay with burnout. There are times as a community manager, I had to stay up or be on call. I was an hourly person, okay? I had to stay up or be on call for I worked on what's called a live service game. This is a technical term for any game that doesn't go down and has constant online play. So this is your Marvel Rivals, this is your Overwatch, this is your, you know, your Valorant, etc. Any game that stays online like Helldivers 2 is considered a live service game because it's live and we're servicing it. Right? So there are times where, like, if my server went down, guess who had to be responsible for all the social posting and, like, updates and doing blog posts and copywriting? Yeah. And if it was a launch day, everyone had to come in at, like, 4 a.m. on the team that was involved with launch. So there are times I would go to bed at 10 p.m. I get off about 5 or so. You know, traffic back, whatever. Get off. Go to bed at 10 p.m. I'd say that was pretty normal for me, about 9, 10, whatever. Pretty normal bedtime. And then have to get up at 3 a.m. to get dressed again, take a shower. You know, to do social media. And, you know, blog posts, etc. You would kill for a job like that, but you're an unemployed manual laborer, so you'll take anything. I mean, yeah, that's fair. To be extremely fair, look how angry this guy is. Oh, he's getting shot. Wait, what? Is that a Mungus? What is happening here? This is like a thought cloud, I feel like, but this... Is this us? What the... Are we angry from power washing? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an office job, right? In different jobs, manual, office, etc., come with their own different sets of stresses and ways of working. Indiana Jones power wash incoming. He does have a nice little hat, doesn't he? But yeah, so I always find stuff like that to be interesting. Another thing that I don't like to talk about too much, but I do, if someone wants to have a conversation about it, I'm always more than happy to have a conversation about it, is, and this is why I'm always scared to talk about it, because I don't want people to judge me or like be like, oh, that's a weird thing to talk about, but it's women in gaming. I have a lot of perspective on it. Because again, I have done esports. I've worked in esports. I have worked in the game industry. I have been a gamer since before I can even remember. And that's thanks to my dad, who has always been, I don't want to say addicted, but always been a huge gamer. So like I grew up from a very young age, for better or for worse, playing games like Ultima Online and stuff. Just right off the rip. You know, so that's always something that I like to have a conversation about too. It's not something I will go out of my way by any means to have a conversation about, but like if, you know, if there's like a perfect storm of topics coming up, then yes, I do like to talk about it, because I think it is an interesting topic, and it might be more interesting to me because again, I am female. And I am a cis female at that, so it's, yeah, I find it to be a very interesting topic because I can recount a lot of times like when I was bullied or, you know, even groomed just for being a female on the internet, right? So it's very interesting to me, the whole psychology behind it. Girl gamers were like, unicorns to you growing up. Oh, not just you. A lot of people. Hi, Scapola. How are you doing? It is a rough topic. It is. It is a rough topic because it's really easy to hurt a lot of people's feelings with it. So that's, like I said, it's one that I have to engage with people I know that aren't going to freak out about it. Because I'll be honest, I do get into it. Okay, I don't get into it by the topic. I get into the topic, not like I get angry, you know, and start yelling at my male friends. But I have had a couple male friends who are just as old as me, if not older, who have been gaming just as long as me. Or, you know, possibly even longer because they're older. And I tell them about things that happen. And they're like, I thought this was all exaggerated. And I'm like, no. Now, granted, and here's the hard part. There are people who do exaggerate. There are people who, you know, take things out of context, out of proportion, etc. And that's what makes it hard. But I will show like DMs and stuff to my male friends or like behavior of people. I'm like, I literally just talked for 2 seconds and this happened. They're like, no way. I'm like, yeah. And I can take people into VR chat or people I know or whatever. And I'm just like, here, let's go to a public world. And they're amazed every fucking time. As soon as I open my mouth in like VR chat, random people will just be around me because I'm a free-floating female. There are other people, or like they'll talk first or whatever, and it's just like, yeah. And I'm like, this is a real thing. Right, so there are like I said, so I find it very interesting to actually show people that like, yeah, this is a real issue and this is a problem. This isn't the first time I've been called this. This isn't going to be the last time. I literally quit playing ranked, even though I'm a decent player. Like I've always been, not always, all right. Let me stop exaggerating, Jesus Christ. But I've been a plat gamer in a lot of the games that I actually took rank seriously in, or high. In Paladins, basically Masters, Heroes of the Storm, also Masters, Overwatch and stuff, Platinum player. So it's not like I'm a shit player. I'm not the best by any means. No, I've been surrounded by literally professional players in like the Overwatch League and before, right? People who literally earned medals, have gone to LAN, etc. So I know my place from a gaming perspective. But I just stopped playing ranked because of the, I hate saying it, but because of the misogyny. It just got tiring after 25 years or something. And I was like, oh, just not for me anymore. I can't. You know, everyone's just, oh, suck it up. It's just the internet. Some things I can. Some things I can suck it up and just say, yeah, it's just the internet. It's fine, whatever. I don't give a shit. But like, imagine going on your favorite game and it's like Overwatch or something, right? Where like voice comms are essential as soon as you get higher. Well, you know, once you get to the higher levels, they're pretty fucking useful. Essential, maybe not, but pretty useful for if you want to win. And then you open your mouth and the first thing you hear is shut the fuck up. And it's like, well, okay. It's the internet, such a joke of a thing to say. On one part, it's like, yeah, I don't care if like there's some rager, you know, whatever. Like in my normal games, okay. But like, you know, we just met, we're playing a ranked game. Obviously, I'm the same rank as you, if not higher. How about we treat each other with a little bit of a respect because we both want to win, right? If I make a bad call, I'll own up to it. If I fuck up, I own up to it every single time. Like, even in my WoW raids. Like, if I do a mechanic wrong, I'll be like, yep, I fucked that up. I will, you know, fix it for next time. There's no reason for people to expect to behave differently. I don't mind that people behave differently. Hell, I probably behave a little differently too. You know, it's whatever. There's just like a time and the place to be a complete fucking moron. Or like, and it's not even just like ranked, right? Let's be real. It's a issue I feel like that has gotten out of hand. completely is like policing other people in general. And this is kind of ironic to what I'm saying, because I'm saying, hey, people shouldn't, you know, do this. Let me gather my thoughts for 2 seconds so I can word this correctly. What I'm trying to say, there is a time and a place to act like a complete fucking moron, and then, you know, and to, you know, get your shit together, basically, right? There's a time and a place to, like, correct someone on something or a topic, right? There's a time and a place. Or to always be, like, this vigilante or whatever, trying to be extremely conforming to other people and stuff like that as well. I'd say there's a difference between checking people who get angry and open discrimination. Yeah. I can agree with that too. But here's the thing, and it's getting... There are just some places that some people have to realize are not controlled by them either, right? And I recognize that too, right? Like, I'm not going to go into someone's stream or Twitter space or whatever and be like, hey, you need to stop being the way you are. I am simply just going to turn it off and turn the other way, right? But something like a ranked lobby, I will probably tell them... I don't know if I even say anything, or if I just continue doing what I'm doing and just, like, kind of ignore them. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. And then I will, unless I start, like... Well, I'll just try to outperform them. I just try to show off, basically. And it goes both ways, though. It's not just... This is a huge issue I have with Twitter nowadays, and why I'm just like, social media needs to die, is there is a lot of, like, people trying to police other people, and it's just like, we need to stop. We just need to stop. I'm sorry. Like, we need to shut it all down and reset. Among Us is gone. So I find topics regarding, like, psychology, people's decisions, especially on the internet, to be very interesting. I do like human psychology a lot. I like to think that I'm very, and this might be pretentious of me, I don't know. I like to think I'm very good at seeing different sides of things, and looking at other people's perspectives. And so I do kind of like debating around stuff like that, and having discussions around psychology and why people do the things they do, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I find it very interesting. Human psychology is awful. We're horrible creatures. Oh, we definitely are. But that's also why it's interesting to me. And again, I've been around on social media since before Twitter even existed, back in, like, when did Twitter come online? Woo! I want to say, off the top of my head, 2006, 2007. I could be wrong about that. I'm trying to think. It was probably 2007. That sounds about right. When Twitter became a thing, right? And I find... Here's another thing that I find interesting, and it's just because I know a lot about it, is, like, kind of... Again, it is social media related, but, like, the technicalities of things and why things may or may not exist. In this particular example, it is social media related. A lot of people don't like to... 2006? Oh, that's close. Okay. Off the top of my head, not too bad. I did say 2006. Is, like... When we're talking about Defiance, Legacy of Kain Defiance, for example, we're talking about how Raziel gets sent back to a checkpoint Instead of in the other games, you just fall into the spiritual realm right then and there, right? You don't get sent to a checkpoint. You just, boom, bada bing, you're back in the spirit realm. And yeah, you just go about your life. But in Defiance, you do get sent back to a checkpoint and sent to the spirit realm. So it's like, well, all right, why would they change that? And someone suggested in my chat, well, it's probably a technical limitation. And I'm thinking in my head, you know what? You're probably right. That does make a lot of sense, especially since you play as Cain as well. There has to be some similarities in gameplay, probably, or some things that they couldn't fix or, you know, do differently. They didn't have enough time, technical limitations, whatever it might be. Because when Cain dies, he doesn't get sent to the spirit realm. You go back to the checkpoint. And that's that. Right? So I find discussions around limitations to be very interesting. It's like the whole Twitter, why are you only 140 characters? And I can push up my little glasses and be like, well, I can tell you why in technical details the character limit on Twitter was 140 for the longest time. It's because the only way you could tweet was via a text message. And text message character limits was 160. So now you're thinking, well, that's still 20 characters you have to make up. And you're right. But guess how long a Twitter username could be? I believe a Twitter username could be 16 characters. But then you had the @ and then you also had the semicolon or whatever, the colon at the end of your tweet. So it'd be like, so when you push a tweet to Twitter back in the old days, you would text 40404 and your account would be associated with your number. So everyone who was following you would get a text message that said @Raziel : and then it would be the actual tweet, right? So there was an actual explanation for that a lot of people were just like, why does this exist? Why is this ever a thing? And it's like, well, pushes up glasses. Let me answer that for you. Let me answer that for you. So I can find stuff like that kind of interesting, or sometimes around new technology. Because I'll be honest, I don't really keep up with new technology or the new graphics card coming out. But if someone wants to talk to me about it, I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm all for it. Just kind of depends. But like your average conversation usually isn't going to be those things. And to get to like some of the conversations I do enjoy, you do gotta like, you know, get to know someone a little bit first. I'm not just gonna go to a random person and be like, hey, yo, so you want to talk about misogyny in video games? And they're gonna be like, no. Right? They're gonna think I'm crazy. And for good reason. Right? Like, if you come up to me and you start talking about politics, I'm gonna be like, we don't know each other well enough to talk about that. No. Right? We're not talking about that. You're crazy. Goodbye. Probably a block on, like, VR chat. But as far as, like, I guess, making friends, the best way for me to do it is just to play games, because that's my wheelhouse, right? One of the friends I made recently was through World of Warcraft, because we raided together. We just started talking about the raid, and, you know, then I got more comfortable to talk about other things, and, you know, etc., etc. But it literally, like, we started talking to me because they kept trading me mystery meat in World of Warcraft, and I was just like, what the fuck? Alright. And then obviously I just kind of passively got to know them and their personality through raiding, etc., etc. Then it's like, oh, you have a VR headset? You want to, you know, want to jump on VR chat and go, like, hang out or look at worlds or whatever, right? And it's just, it's more gradual for sure. I can't force myself to be friends with someone. I can't do it. I can't just insert myself and be like, oh, we're friends. Who wants to play video games together? Right? Why are politics considered an intimate topic? I'll talk about that. Yeah. I think that's kind of an interesting thing. I think politics are a intimate topic because it can tell a lot about a person's views on things very fast. And you can make a lot of judgments. And it can't not even be on purpose. Hi, Boy Boy. Welcome in. Boy Boy. I think it's because it can, quite frankly, reveal a lot about someone very fast. And if you don't know about that person, like, for example, if someone, I'm trying to make a good. If I was I'm trying to think of a way to word this. Let's say, let's just say I don't know you very well or at all, and you come in and you guys say, well, I'm an X supporter, I'm a so supporter, I'm a Y supporter, I fervently believe in the rights of hot dogs, and I have no context behind who you are as a person, right? I have no idea who you are as a person, right? Or how you operate, what you do. You might be a perfectly good, normal, maybe you even donate a lot to charity. Maybe you're just a good person. Maybe you help people out. Maybe you do this. Maybe you do that. I don't know. Maybe you're, who knows what, right? You could be a perfectly good person and then be like, yeah, so I think we should ban all hot dogs because I don't like the shape of them. I'm like, well, that's a really weird view. But I'd be more willing to engage with a conversation with you if I knew who you are, to get your perspective outside of, you hate hot dogs for some reason. Right? I'd be more willing to engage with the conversation because I know you more as a person. Et cetera, right? And I would think that you would be more receptive to me maybe debating you on a topic, right? Instead of it coming off as like I'm attacking you. I think that's the biggest reason why people avoid politics, right? Because it's really easy to feel like someone's being attacked, especially if you don't know them very well. Right? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how psychology works, I feel like. So it's just one of those things. It's a hot button issue for a reason. Or there's someone like me. I'm very bad at keeping up with politics for multiple reasons. I don't do it for the sake of my own mental health. And I know that's a right of mine, right? Well, I don't mind discussing certain policies, or like if someone is able to present information to me that I can, have a conversation about, I don't mind. But I don't keep up with politics because of my own mental health. It's pretty much as simple as that. And even that can really send people into a fervor sometimes. You'd be like, well, it's your right, you should do it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I'm exercising my right not to do it because unfortunately I can't for multiple reasons, right? And then you have to go and explain, well, I can't do it because of my ADHD or like my depression or my anxiety. I just worry too much and I don't want to be stuck on this one thing for the rest of my life, blah, 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 right? So it's like there's perfectly normal and good reasons. I think, yeah, people are just very, can be, let me put it this way, people can be very polarizing about some subjects. And so, like, yeah, if I don't know you and you come to me and you want to debate me really about anything, it's not really just about politics. I can be a little taken aback by something like that, right? Or anyone, for that matter, yeah. The main reason is probably because it's by definition a serious topic, and there are places where people want to get away from serious issues. Yeah, I can agree with that too. Like we were just saying earlier, there's a time and place for discussions, right? Like I said, I'm not going to come on stream or go to someone random and be like, so let's talk about, misogyny in video games. No. You're going to think I'm a crazy person. And honestly, you have every right to think that. That's a perfectly reasonable like response to me saying something like that. But with friends I make, things like that, I am 100% more willing to share my views on stuff, right? Like, I'll be honest, one of my closest friends, I don't agree with all their views. Especially, like, they're very fervent about, like, sex work, and it shouldn't be a profession, and, and they're not even religious, and I just find this view to be very odd, because they're pretty progressive otherwise, to say the least, and it's just like this one thing, I find it, I will debate about with them, and it might not change any of, our perspectives or anything, but it's still kind of interesting to see the why behind it. And it's like, oh, okay. But if I went up and started debating that shit with a random person, obviously I'm going to hold on to my views really hard and things like that. So yeah, it's a serious topic for sure, because it hits on humanities. It hits on who we are as people. Whereas, like, some person comes up to you and they're like, yeah, I like craft beer. You're like, oh, that's quirky. Okay, whatever. Right? Or maybe you really hate craft beer. I don't know. Maybe that's a turn off for you. You're like, nope. No craft beer. Oh, someone drew a smiley face. I'm not making friends with anyone who likes craft beer. Right? But, like, if I met this person, or, yeah, if we talked about, like, the sex worker debate with this person before I really got to know them, it'd be like, yeah, no, we can't be friends. But because I've known them for so long and stuff like that, it's really kind of I'm not going to say a non-issue, but it's a non-issue in the sense of it doesn't affect our friendship and stuff. And we can still respect each other enough to have different views. That's the biggest thing, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I have a base respect for, people. But at the same time, if you come up to me and you start saying some out-of-pocket shit, that respect is probably out the window, too. So, I don't know. You're right. It's interesting. It is interesting. But with that much being said, I was talking about holiday stuff before. I have zero plans for New Year's. Why does everybody have to agree with everyone on everything all of a sudden? Oh, that was a big issue with my last friendship. My last really good friendship is that they would get offended if I didn't like what they like. I like, just an example, I am not that huge into anime. I'm really not. I don't watch a lot of VTubers. I just VTube because, quite frank, I'm just too lazy to like do my hair every day. I like getting on stream and chilling. And I've been judged a lot for like my appearance and stuff while streaming. So I just like, being a VTuber just gets over all of that. What the fuck ever. It doesn't matter. So I'm just not that big into anime. I watch it here and there. To be honest, it's pretty rare that I do. And they'd be like, oh, I'm super into My Hero Academia, for example. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, do you want to watch it with me? I'm like, no, I'm not that interested in that. But, whatever. And then they get offended. I shit you not. And I'm just using anime as an example. It was more than just anime, but anime is just an example. And it's like, we can still be friends, and I can still respect what you like, It's not a judgment passed on to you. But people act like it is. I'm in a similar boat. Your friends like making anime references around me and you're just so lost. That's another issue I have a hard time with connecting with people right now, is that I don't watch TV shows. I don't watch anime. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't have TikTok either. Oh, that's a big one. I don't have TikTok. That was big even when I was doing manicurist stuff. Dude, people would come in and be like, did you see that thing from TikTok? I'm like, no. I did not see that thing from TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Whoop. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Lost control there for a second, teehee. And like, I have my own views on TikTok. I don't think anyone in this goddamn world should have anything close to TikTok. As someone who has ADHD, who has struggled with ADHD, etc., I look at TikTok and I'm like, that can't be healthy. It just can't be, for multiple reasons, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you're a bad person for having TikTok, right? I just refuse to make content for it. I refuse to be on the platform. That's okay. I was forced to learn brain rot turns against my will. I can't, yeah, like, I'm getting older. I can't engage with some of this shit anymore, man. I just can't do it. I just can't fucking do it. I can't be the Skibbity. I can't be the Ohio. It took me way too long and multiple explanations to understand that Riz means charisma. I can't do it. Hey, I only scroll TikTok 3 to 4 hours a day. My bad. My bad. My favorite are the people that try to help you do a thing wrong. They get mad at you for not appreciating their help. Oh, I don't have people like that in my life, thankfully. Though, I will say I am often the helper in a lot of situations, especially when it comes to technical issues. And I admittedly get frustrated when people give up too fast on their technical problem. They don't want to listen to, like, help, or I'll admit that is a peeve of mine, and it probably really shouldn't be. It might be a little bit of a toxic trait, but I find it very peeving that people can't, like, Google things for help and stuff like that. I don't mind helping people as long as they listen. But I've had issues with this in the real world too, where, like, I've written extensive documents for people to reference, and then, like, I used to be on call when I was doing consulting, and I was consulting for the now defunct esports team Echo Fox. While I was consulting for them, they hired a new community manager, social media manager, and this guy was extremely incompetent. He was not a good hire to begin with. But, like, I would leave documents for them because I'm like, all right, I get it. They don't have anything to reference. I'll help them, you know, by writing things that are relevant to them, etc., etc. And then I'd get calls. I'd sit down with my dinner at 8 p.m. after making it, you know, and everything, working a full day in LA, getting home, making my dinner, whatever. That's way too expensive. Sit down at my computer. I'm like, oh, I'm finally gonna eat. And get a little fucking call from Echo Fox being like, hey, so blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, it's in the document I wrote. Oh, thanks. Yep. Really, TikTok hole? Yeah. Like I said, I have a lot of opinions on social media that probably aren't unpopular opinions, to be honest. But, yeah. But anyway. Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Like, we're all guilty sometimes of the just turn it off and back on. Like, and that's all you have to do, and it starts working, and you just don't do it for some reason. Alright, I had a stupid kerfluffle with my computer a few months ago. Alright. You want to... Okay, and instead of, like, unplugging my monitors, I fucking... Okay, so this is what happened. My right monitor and my left monitor, I think it was, were not turning on. They're the same brand of monitors, same model, etc., right? Both of them were not turning on, and they were behaving weirdly. Well, okay, they were turning on, but they were not displaying anything. And I was like, that's super fucking weird, because my main monitor is working fine. So I'm overthinking. My first thought was like, I need to overthink this. Instead of just like testing the monitors one by one, which would have been the sensible thing to do first, I took apart my entire computer. My first instinct was, oh, it must be a graphics card issue, possibly. Let me update my driver. Nope, still an issue. Hi, Vampire Daddy. Welcome in. I updated my driver. Okay, that didn't work. So I took apart my computer, dragged my graphics card out. First I reseated it, and I'm like, okay, reseating my graphics card didn't work. This is starting to scare me. Both those monitors are still not working. Is this an issue with my graphics card? Oh no. And then I take my graphics card to my other computer upstairs. So I took apart that computer as well, took the graphics card out, plugged it in, and I'm like, nope. Monitor and everything, both the monitors up there are working and everything, so I don't think it's a graphics card issue. Everything seems to be fine. And then I had the fucking genius idea of, maybe I should test the monitors one by one. And sure enough, it was just an extremely weird bug with my right monitor being plugged, like the DVI on it just failed. The DVI port, it's an old monitor at this point, really old monitor. The DVI port failed on it, so I had to plug it into HDMI, and it just worked fine. Alright. So all of it, sometimes I overthink things. Alright? Sometimes. Instead of just unplugging it, all I had to do... That's all I had to do. Instead of just unplugging it, I tore apart 2 computers and gave myself a giant headache thinking my graphics card died. It's an old monitor. It has an HDMI port. Do you know how old HDMI ports are now? Everyone uses display cable, man. Get with the times. Get with the times. No, it is like a 10-year-old monitor. That's old. Actually, it might be older than that. Actually, I think it's more closer to 11. They're like so new. Yeah. 10 years ago was not CRTs. I'm sorry to inform you. No. Yeah. I am sorry to inform you 10 years ago was not CRTs. Damn it! Yep. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But yep. Have ports for your AV cables. That's the thing. It doesn't have an AV port either. Actually, that one might. It might. Maybe. I actually think it might. It does. One of your monitors doesn't even have an HDMI. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Crazy. Crazy to think about, huh? We did it! We cleaned everything! We cleaned everything. Look at that. Woo! Yes! I don't know. main OLED monitor might not have an HDMI, but this is pretty fucking new. Why not an OLED monitor? I bought it earlier this year, so. Oh, I forgot my tea. Shit. Aw. Now it's like lukewarm. Cool. That was cute. I want to do the Shrek one, but I have to pay for it. I have to pay for it. It's only like $7, but I was looking at the reviews on the Microsoft Store, and I don't know if they fixed it. I have to do more research. That apparently breaks your game. So we'll have to come back to that. I don't even know how long the career mode goes for. Feels like it just goes forever. Like forevers and evers. Let's go clean a monster trap. So what I'm trying to say is, I get it. You know, mistakes happen. I absolutely have called myself an idiot a few times. I'm like, oh my god, once I realize something. Because like I said, I have ADHD. I like to think I pay attention to things, but that's not always the case. That's not always the case. In fact, I built 2 IKEA shelves and halfway, no, I won't say halfway, but like I realized I put a part on backwards. Like I labeled everything with sticky notes. I was like, there's no way, absolutely no way I'm fucking this up and I have to take this apart. And sure enough, I end up screwing something in backwards, so I have to unscrew it and screw it back in. I have the fucking hiccups. Who did this? Who cursed me? I know it was one of you guys. I know it. God fucking damn it. This is gonna be the rest of the stream. This will be the rest of the stream, be warned. When I start getting hiccups, they last for hours. It's kind of awful. Kind of awful. Sometimes they'll like last into the next day. Like they'll go away and I can sleep. And then like randomly the next day they'll reappear. Little assholes. Oh, this is metal cleaner. Okay, cool. Missing this part? No, let's just tire. Which is... Oh, it's the bottom part. Oh, that is not going away very easily, is it? Go away! That was the metal cleaner not cleaning metal. God, these tires are gonna be obnoxious. Boo! Ah. The worst part is being given verbal instructions. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. Easy, and you leave the room and it's gone. I can't do verbal instructions. I can't do videos. I need pictures. I need pictures. That's probably why I like Lego and IKEA so much. There is no words. There are no instructions. It's just pictures. And I'm like, yes. Thank God. I ain't sitting here reading all that. Nope. Nope. Fuck. Why did I get the hiccups? Literally because I drank my tea. I wish I was joking. I was like, yes, let me take a sip of tea. And then hiccups were like, yeah? Is that what you want to do? I was like, yeah, I'm kind of thirsty. And I enjoy my tea. Yep. We got done with one tire. Ugh. No, I'm tired. Stretching will help. Maybe drinking more water and stuff too. I have tried every trick in the book to get rid of hiccups. None of them ever work. Ever. It's just a big fat nope. Muckingham. Found it. God, it's dirty. FL Meow. I have a vanity license plate. Can't tell you guys what it is, but I have one. That's all I can say about it. I'll exist. Speaking of existing, I can't stream for too much longer today. There's just things I have to get done. I'm sorry. I'll try to get a schedule up later today. I was just so tired yesterday. Like I said, I didn't have my computer back on until last night, and I was like, well, I'm very tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Pretty much. So. Yup. I've just been working my little booty off between cleaning my house and just, like I said, Christmas dinner. It's all kind of flown into one day, I feel like, for me. What is it? Was it Friday? No, it must have been Thursday, literally. Maybe. Maybe it was Friday. I lose track of days. I feel like it wasn't. I'm feeling like it was a Thursday. Either way, Thursday or Friday, like, I went to IKEA in Micro Center. And, that was a trip. That's a trip for me. Because it is not in my town. So it takes a little while to get there. And then just built a bunch of IKEA stuff. And like I said, I was cooking all Christmas Day. I have not rested. I've been reorganizing and all sorts of random ass shit for some reason. But I was like, yeah, you know what? I need this time off of from stream. I just need to sit and rest and just not do anything. And my brain is like, no, this is the perfect time to do everything. And I was like, you got a point, brain. Let's do it. Can't argue with that logic. And then my stuff from Amazon have been delayed and I need it. I'm actually hyper fixated on this current project and I need this thing from IKEA to fix it or finish it. And my biggest issue is, like, I don't want the sudden motivation to just go away. Because that happens a lot. I'll get, like, halfway into a project or something, and then the motivation's like, no. No. Absolutely not. I'm like, what? He's like, nope. We're done. We don't like this anymore. And I'm like, but I do like it. He's like, no, you don't. But I do. Nope. And I'm like, all right. Never mind then. It's never getting done until that specific motivation comes back. Alright, so it's on the back burner. And that's what I'm scared of losing right now. I'm like, this is something that would look cool when it's all done. Like, I'm DIYing it. So I'm, you know, trying to save money as much as possible. Blah, blah, blah. And my brain, and Amazon's like, about that. I've never had a delay this bad from Amazon, I feel like. Like, I was getting stuff delivered, like, ordered on Monday and then delivered Tuesday, which was Christmas Eve. And I didn't really mean to do that. It just kind of accidentally happened. And now they're failing me. Did I get this? This entire thing, step bracket? Maybe. I don't feel like I did, but it's not highlighting. Oh. Where, oh where could the dirt be? I'm sorry, we're out of interest points, right? It's like a little Sims. You telling me to finish things before the New Year's 2 days that I held off all year? Be reasonable, scumbag. I know. Oh, I feel that. It's like, what the fuck? Why did we wait so long? I don't know. Because you didn't need to do it? And I'm like, but why? We've had time to do this, and it's like, maybe. But now you don't. Better get it done, buckaroo. And I'm like, why? Okay. I guess. That's cool. To be fair, this is a monster I've brought on myself. I'm currently in the process of redecorating, and I can't really rearrange my living room, but a little bit. Oh, you know what I really wanted to get done this weekend or yesterday? Was bringing all my Christmas shit down, man. Because it's taking up a lot of space, especially the Christmas tree itself. And I was like, I want to get this all down so I can just get things done and it over with and I don't have to think about it the rest of the week. And for some reason, my brain was like, yeah, but that thing from Amazon hasn't gotten here, so you haven't finished doing what you want to do, so you can't put the Christmas stuff away. And I'm like, what? But I have downtime right now. It's like, nah, not happening. Yeah, you spent all your points, your energy points on this other thing, so you can't do it, ma'am. Just get a plastic one, I do. I do have a fake tree. I've actually had it for about 10 years. It's still holding up surprisingly well. I will keep using it until the lights die in it. And even then, I might try replacing the lights first before I throw it out. Because it's actually a decent ass fake tree. It is probably the best fake tree that I've seen. And I got it from Sam's Club. Like I said, like 10 years ago. They've also gotten super expensive. I got this thing for like $100 or something. And it is tall, like 6 feet. So, you know, pretty standard Christmas tree height. I would say. Yeah, I place this link anyway. Whatever. Oh, you know what also pisses me off? Fucking Hobby Lobby, man. I went to Hobby Lobby. It must have been Friday. After I came back from IKEA. So I'm already tired at this point. I look up online to see what their sales are, and I'm like, okay, picture frames. It says home decor. Picture frames are a part of home decor. Let's go do this. Because I got these really pretty prints that I wanted to make sure I get frames before, like, my cats destroy them or something. They're sitting in my office upstairs with the door closed right now. But it's like one of those things you don't want to leave undone for too long because there might be potential damage to the product. In this case, the prints that I paid a decent amount for. I don't want to say a lot. It really wasn't a lot, but they're rare. They're rarer prints, so I don't want anything to happen to them. So I wanted to get them in frames ASAP. So I was like, all right, I'll go to IKEA, drop all that stuff back off at my house, and then I'll go to Hobby Lobby to get frames. And so here's the thing about Hobby Lobby is frames pretty much always on sale, right? You can get some pretty decent fucking frames for cheap. All right, I would love to get them custom framed with museum glass, but like for one poster that I got, one print that I got would be $200. I can't afford that right now, maybe slowly in the future, but I have other things I need to do with $200. So I was like, I can pick up a frame for like $20 or whatever. And at least it'll be protected until I can get it framed better and exactly how I want, whatever, right? So, I was like, I'll just go pick up some frames real quick. Home decor's on sale, good. That means the frame should be on sale. No, the frames at Hobby Lobby are on sale every other week. Why? Not every week, every other week. Yeah. So guess what? I walk my little booty in the Hobby Lobby thinking, oh, you know, the frame should be 50% off. And it's not like it's a small sale. It's always 50% off. And most frames, they cost like $34 to $50. Or, yeah, that sounds about right. 34 to like $50. 30 to $50. Aside from the small ones, they're generally a lot cheaper. So like 50% off, or 50% off anything is good savings. So I'm like, I get there, I go back to the frames, and I'm like, they're not on sale, are they? So my fat ass went to Hobby Lobby thinking the damn frames are on sale because I thought they were just always on sale, but no, it's every other week. I'm like, all right, well, can't do much about that. So you know what I end up finding instead? At Hobby Lobby. I was like I needed another fake plant, whatever. So I went to their fake plant section. And the plants that I want aren't on sale, so I was like, all right, I should wait till that gets on sale. But there it was in the corner of the floral section. Like, literally the corner of the store. Were these, like, 2.5-foot Roman pillars. And I look at them, I was like, oh, those have to be Because they looked heavy. And I'm like, they cannot be like, you know, cheap. And then I look at the little price tag on them. All right, furniture, however, is always 30% off at Hobby Lobby, all right? Let me get that straight. But I looked at them. $18 each. I get 2. I could not walk away from that, all right? I got the last 2 Roman pillows that are like 2.5 feet big. Or tall, I should say. And they're like ceramic. So they're heavy. And I was so excited about that. Because right now I'm redecorating my living room, like I've said a few times now, to more of an 80s retro vaporwave, synthwave kind of feel. And I was so excited when I found those things. Because I just want to put a plant on one of them in a corner in my living room. The other one I don't know what I'm going to do with yet, but I was just like, it's 18 bucks. It's the last one in the style I'm just going to grab it. I don't know. So they got me still. They fucking got me. Like I said, I know what I'm going to do with one of them. The other one, I'm not so sure where I'm going to put yet. And that's the other thing I'm waiting from on Amazon too that I was hoping to get done this weekend is I bought a lot of RGB, sorry, light strips, like LED light strips. So I was going to line my ceiling with them and like the back of my TV. So that is something I wanted to get done this weekend, but I couldn't because my first project never got done. So my brain was like, yeah, you can't get anything else done. I'm like, all right. That's cool, I guess. I feel like this does nothing. Wait, is it supposed to clean or is it just like you throw it on and then it makes it easier to clean? I didn't know the game tracked that, if it does. Because it's not cleaning, that's for damn sure. This does not seem easier. Wait, oh, I'm out of metal cleaner. That's why. I was like, why is this not cleaning? I feel betrayed. Because it won't clean. Because there's no cleaner in it. Ha! That makes sense, doesn't it? That do be making sense. God damn. Monster truck got dirty. Almost clean. Oh god. It's like yellow on yellow on yellow. Wait. Is it under? Oh, yes. We did it. The cat jowls, the tongue, the head, the nose, and the eyes. They're all clean now. They're all clean. Mucho clean. Imagine this thing coming at you at 150 miles an hour. Dude. I think I'd be more impressed if it was going 150 miles an hour, goddamn. Have y'all ever been to a monster truck show before? My dad took me to one when I was younger. I don't really remember it very well, if I'm gonna be honest. But I've also been to motocross shows as well. It's been a long time since I've been to a monster truck rally. I just remember how cool they were as a kid, you know, like Gravedigger. You don't have those there? Fair enough. Yeah, it's probably an extremely American thing. Yeah. Like, extremely American. Maybe, like, embarrassingly so. Giant trucks doing tricks and shit. Sounds very American. Pipe. Huh? Looks like they're all clean. This is actually cleaning better than I thought it would. Normally I don't feel like it cleans very well, but... Just doing God's work right now. I need to get my little stool. Come here. Can't sprint with him, but... What is this over here? Hey, that's a nice road. All this just for this monster truck? Okay. Okay. Oh. Refill. All this for a little monster truck? Keep clear. Fire! Okay. I will keep clear because of fire. Can I put a long range hose on this? Maybe. Oh, we can. Clean that cat booty. Okay, so we just need the body. Also, these little things need to be cleaned. Oh, there we go. Whoop! This leg needs to be cleaned. No, I wanted to get under. Just trucks on high heels? You know, that's fair. That's fair. Honestly, if it's not very specifically a monster truck, I think raising your truck crazy is just a bit silly. It's a bit silly. I did see a raised truck when I actually went to Hobby Lobby the other day. It just makes you go, huh? Hey, you know, that's some people's thing, and who am I to knock them? Who am I to knock them? This cat body is so close to clean, but apparently not clean enough. Come buffaloes. They get pretty high. Yeah. People will raise these fuckers, that's for sure. Ooh. God, there's so much undercarriage, though. It needs to be cleaned. Out of metal cleaner? Well, can I get more? Can I purchase more? Because I want more. I want more metal cleaner. Shop. Give me more. Out of stock! Whatever. Keep me down. See if I care. I gotta clean this exhaust. How do you go out of stock, man? You sell like one thing. And it's cleaner. Extra cleaning liquid in stock. A restock. Complain enough and anything can happen. How does the power wash work for a water dragon? Do you like eat the hose? It's more like Blastoise, you know? It's more like Blastoise, yeah. Yep. Don't ask where it comes from, it just does. That's all you need to know. Shock absorber. Man, I miss having a dirt bike. I mean, I haven't had one in since I was a kid, but I still miss it. I miss trail riding and stuff. Lots of fun. Absorb that shock. Upkeep, not so much fun. I put this here. Is I'm in the way? No. Just being a bitch. The number plate's still dirty. Oh. Dinged like 2 things there. Wait. What was that? I saw it. The axle? This? Which axle? This axle. Has to be this, yeah? Like a bull bar mount. Okay. It has to be that little thing there. I have to get from it the other side. Does appear to be the same. Yes, 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 yes. Let me in. Whoa. I didn't mean to do that. Teehee. God, I hate when there's little bits and bobs like this. Like, getting everything clean is such a pain in the butt. Approaching it from, like, different angles. Just trying your best. Where is this axle dirty? I don't know. It just is. It just is. I gotta go find it. Yeah, I know this is all dirty. There we go. Got that at least. Alright, let's go check the other side. Surely this will be more revealing. Yeah, it's like the top side of the axles. I don't know how I get in there. It's just a dirt. It's dirt. Alright, whew. We did it. We did it! Okay, that wheel's clean. That wheel's clean. Alright. Well, hopefully that's everything on, this side. Yep. Whoa, this isn't even all clean. We'll let this get by. Ooh. Well, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Whatever that is right there. Yep. It's gonna be a pain in my behind. Oops. Do I still have the short extension? I do. I do. Did you guys play any games over the last few days? Played like a little bit of Path of Exile. That's kind of it. I'm still on the hunt and web fishing too. To complete my web fishing index. I don't know how to describe it. The different rarities for all the fish. I'm missing 2 rarities. I'm missing 1 fish and 1 rarity that I've like fished for a month straight. And I still haven't gotten, and it's starting to piss me off. So I stopped playing for a little bit. Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. Oh, I picked up WarioWare too. What's it called? Move Together? WarioWare Move Together? It's an older one. It was on sale for like 20 bucks though. At Best Buy, and I do like WarioWare. Been a little while since I played one of those. A bit of Stalker, a bit of Disco Elysium. Nice. Started playing Helldivers too. I haven't played that since it came out. Ooh, pillow. Democracy. Jones back to Monster Hunter World. Nice. I feel I definitely have to be in a mood for like Monster Hunter. I mean, I killed Fatalis. Was pretty happy about that. What else do I need to do, right? Pretty sure I killed all the monsters. Pretty damn sure. I'd be flabbergasted if I got back on and I'm like missing one. You're hooked? Ooh. Gonna play more Roller Coaster to Wilds release? Nice. I don't know. I'll eventually pick up Wilds for sure. I just don't know when. I'm very happy that this WoW expansion has been fun and like, well, really the raids in said expansion have been fun. That's very important to me. That just basically determines whether or not I'll be playing World of Warcraft for sure. Luckily, they've been fun. Or the current raid, at least, has been fun, so. like I said, I devote a lot of time to that, for better or for worse. It was Raz, yep. That's right. It was me that killed all the dinosaurs. Like, you know what the worst timeline for me in Monster Hunter is that I started playing off Charge Blade. My first Monster Hunter game was Worlds, and I started off playing Charge Blade. I don't care. I got used to it. Charge Blade's cool. But then I switched to Dual Blades. And I haven't looked back since. Yep. Have not looked back since. So now I'm a crusty dual blade player. I guess at least not longsword. Gun lance, dude. People who can do gun lance, they're wild. They're wild. Whenever I get like a gun lancer in my lobby, I'm like, they are some serious shit. Every single time. Like, they got all the right debuffs, their buffs, like, they are in it to win it. For sure. And I respect that. I respect that. And then there's me with my dual blade going, haha, wee! Just pop a bunch of adrenaline potions. No regrets. None. Putting all those guard decorations untouchable, yeah. Then, yeah, there's me with my little dumb dual blade ass. Just like me. The Naruto theme playing in the background 24/7. I don't even know what the Naruto theme is actually. But still. The hunting horn. I actually played a bit of Sword and Shield too, to help my friend out who was really bad at the game. Because he was just kind of too stupid to use like berries or really time stuff correctly. So I would just sit there on Sword and Shield and play friendship build on it. Which is fun for a bit. You can't do that like in Fatalis, for example, but... Alright, so what are we missing? This cat leg apparently has dirt on it somewhere. I don't know where. But it's somewhere, and that's all I do need to know. I think it would be on the other side, but maybe not. Oh, I see it. I see it. Like right here. Yep. Multi-purpose. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, not with that nozzle. We need the cleaning liquid nozzle, don't we now, eh? Multi-purpose cleaner. Ooh, we need more of that. Where is it? Shop. Cleaning liquids. Multi-purpose. Alright. Is there like... Can I really upgrade? I don't even know. Prime Vista. I own all the good stuff, I think. Or maybe you can only buy this out. Maybe I don't. Okay. I thought I did. Apparently I don't. You just see yourself more on the support side. It could be fun. Like, it could be really fun supporting in Monster Hunter. I don't blame you. Oh, I forgot the wheels were metal. And I gotta clean those too. I'll get that. Fatalis armor is so good. Build on every other one and just bought armor layers. Yeah, I never, to be fair, I mean, I could play more World, right? And just like attempt to farm Fatalis. But I felt pretty good after just killing him one time. I was like, yep. That's good for me. Don't need any more of this game. And see you later. Hopefully never again. My favorite dragon in World, not necessarily to fight, but just pretty-wise is, I'm so bad at names. What's his name? The water dragon, though. Not because he's a water dragon. He's just really pretty. And his armor's kind of cool looking, too. I want to say it starts with an N. Oop. I'm not even cleaning this at all. He is pretty. Does he wear floaties too? No. He's kind of terrifying, to be honest. That actually might be the one thing I didn't do was the, what are they, like the alpha versions of the Elder Dragons? Or whatever they're called, the like last tier. That might be something I never really got around to. Was actually doing that. So many folks and they die left and right. Yeah, he's a tough one. He is. You're like Tigrex, he's fun. Tigrex Rajang is also, or Rajang is a lot of fun because Rajang's hitboxes feel fair. That's a lot of my issues with a lot of games where I'm just like, that hitbox did not feel fair. Or I hit him, or he didn't hit me. You know? And I get it, like, hitboxes in this game, I don't want to be the people who have to make those games and, like, the hitboxes and stuff. That seems awful. Like, all the animations that are going off and interactions. Like, yeah, no. No. Nope. Where are you? Last bit of dirt. Oh, I guess it's all right there. There we go. Standard action, I can't recommend Dragon's Dogma enough. I'm really bad at playing single player stuff. That's for sure. The thing is, I don't normally like Monster Hunter-esque games, because, like, I'm not a fan of Blood or Souls games, for example. I don't know what it was about Monster Hunter that really was like, yeah, this is cool. And maybe it is just World that I like. Because I remember I did play a little bit of the beta test for Wilds. And of course, I picked up Dual Blades. And there's just something that felt really off about it. It just didn't feel smooth. It just didn't flow well. Like the combat felt clunkier somehow, which is impressive. Being the game it is. Just, like, somehow felt worse, though. Yeah. So I'm hoping that they smooth some of that stuff out and really tweak it. But at the same time, I'm not in a rush to play Wilds. The new raid in WoW. When is it coming out? It's not coming out too long now, but alright. I think we just have the windows and maybe the wheel outers. Maybe we're good. It has to be close. Okay. Metal. Like, I was a little late on the Monster Hunter World train for sure. But I did get pretty addicted to it when I did start. And Iceborne came out, and that was cool. Really enjoyed Iceborne. It's hard not to. Like, God Eater didn't really connect with you, but there's something enjoyable on climbing a Cyclops and stabbing it with a toothpick. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise didn't register with me. I think Walt was trying to use Rise as an influence. I didn't play Rise, yeah. I just didn't see a reason to play Rise. I was like, well, the graphics are so good in Wild, or World. Why would I play Rise and start all over again with worse graphics, basically? So I might just be a World, Monster Hunter World gamer for all I know. But I mean, I enjoyed it. Dragon's Dogma really shouldn't be fun, but it just is. Hey, there are definitely a lot of games like that. And there is nothing wrong with that. Okay. I feel like... Oh, the window's up here. Could use a good clean in there. Like, I feel like we have to be really close to done, but... Like, my little thing ain't even popping up. The thing that tells me, how much is left to do, and that's kind of terrifying. There we go. Okay, there's the window. Windscreen frame. Windscreen frame? Is it... That has to be this, yeah? Okay, it is. Good. Cool. And an underside hatch. Oh, that's just this. That's just this. Alright, buddy. We did it! Monster truck cat cleaned. We did it. We did it. Go to the shop here. Modifications. Oh, dang. Dang. Hell yeah. Let's get the Vista Pro Summer. Ooh. Professional duty, yeah. Are these new? I feel like they have to be. The Pro Long extension, the extra long. Is there a Pro Short? There sure is. Wow. Got a new cleaner. Yippee. Alright. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. We'll see. Cut hair out of a vacuum? Ugh. Do I feel you there between my hair and my cat's hair? I feel that. Uh-huh. Is there like a really short one I can do? I can speedrun. Let's see. Truck and clean the satellite dish. That feels like it should be short, but I don't feel like it's going to be. Clean the paintball arena. Oh dear. The aquarium! I forgot we started the aquarium. Oh god, okay. We'll go for like a little bit longer. Just a little bit. I like talking to you guys. You guys are alright. I guess. Oh, can I not apply the skin? Oh, whatever. Yep, I remember this now. My goodness gracious. Fucking disaster in here. A fucking disaster. It is kind of god-awful. But like I said, I need to go run some errands and stuff, unfortunately, and I really need to get some of the stuff in my living room, like, put away and organized. I'm probably just going to be organizing cards. Well, after I run errands, organizing cards for the rest of the night. What time is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll go for a few more minutes. I have to go to Costco. And, granted, it's always kind of busy here, but there's a specific time and it's coming up where it'll be even busier. So, like, rush hour here is pretty early. And it won't be unbusy until, like, 6 p.m. I would like to do things before that. So, I don't think it'll be too bad either way. Hopefully people are just too tired to do anything. They just go home. But who knows? It is a Monday. All bets are off the table. You cut over a foot of length from your hair 2 weeks ago? It hurt you? Oh, why'd you do that? Was it just damaged? That hurts me to hear about. I've been debating whether to grow my hair back out. I mean, the back of my hair is a good length. But I have, for a lack of a better way to describe it, because it pretty much is what it is, I have a mullet. I have like a shaggy mullet. I don't know if I want to grow the mullet. I don't know. I've kind of been digging it though. Kind of Kind of been digging the mullet. Okay, let me tell. Oh, circling back. Let's circle back to the beginning of the stream. Talking about political affiliations and why people don't talk about them. I shit you not. I shit you not. There are people in my old guild, apparently. This is what I've been told. This is, to be fair, this is kind of hearsay, but I have no reason not to believe the person who told me. I shit you not. The people, there was a group of guys in my old guild. I still talk to one of them, but even then I talk to him more than I really talk to anyone else in the guild. Like, we're friends now and everything. He's still in the old guild. I'm not, whatever. We still talk. We're still friends. I shit you not. He was in a Discord call with them, hanging out, because he's known them for a little while now, I guess. And I guess one day they just decided to snoop through my social media and stuff, right? They just decided to snoop through my social media, and they found my real life pictures, and they found out that I had a mullet with facial piercings, and my mullet is also multicolored. I have a split dye, so I have a split dye mullet. And so they just straight up asked him if I was like a hard-leaning liberal. Like, I guess they had some kind of judgment that I was just like this crazy, extreme liberal person because of my hair. And that was their judgment of me, I suppose. He said no. A hard-leaning liberal. I don't know. Just like the girls who freak out about issues a lot, like they take it a little too far, you know? Like, I think that's what they meant. Like, more, I don't know how to describe it. Like the activists, like the, you know, very hard activists, and, you know, that are gonna judge you, and like the Twitter warriors you see, right? Because liberals have hair. I guess it was just the hair dye. Because I don't know. The alt look. It really is, I guess, just the alt look. But, so just to circle around back to that real quick. That's why you just don't talk about that stuff. Because people just, they will judge. Right? That's why people don't really like to talk about that stuff. And of course, you know, my friend now knew me enough. He's like, no. We're talking about, you know, maybe, I'm trying to say this in a way that not gonna offend anyone, but it's hard not to at the same time. But the easiest way to describe it is like those Twitter warriors that get on, and they're gonna get on about you about like anything, you know? Like, let's say you say retard, they're gonna lecture you about why you shouldn't say retard, like those kind of people. Right? And it's just like, stop. Right? Just the very self-aware, or I don't want to say self-aware, just very hot button issues, always pushing things, everything's an agenda kind of person. Like, boycott Starbucks, and if you're not boycotting Starbucks, then you know you're killing the kids in Palestine. That, like, those kind of people. Preachy. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Preachy. They thought I was like that kind of person because of my hair and piercings, I guess, and stuff. Well, that's, yeah, preachy is a good way to put it. Yep. Yep. Oh! They give you the option for these bigger nozzles, but it doesn't even matter because they don't clean as much. Preachy does go both ways. You're absolutely correct. Preachy does go both ways. But I like to think I'm not preachy in either direction. But that was just my example. Like, that's why you just, like, it can be hard to talk to people because they will just judge off the bat, like, even before you open your mouth. Like, I've raided with them a few times at this point, you know, talked, made jokes, whatever. Right? But for some reason, they just had it in their heads that I was like that kind of person, right? So it's like, oh, interesting. Are usually the preachy ones. I didn't get that vibe from them that they were preachy. I think they're just, you know, younger guys on the internet and they're making assumptions because that's just how the current climate is on the internet, unfortunately. So yeah, it was just very interesting. I've talked about that before. It's still interesting and kind of circles back to the topic we were talking about earlier. Why people like tend to sometimes, let's say sometimes, tend to hide their political leanings and such. Boom, there we go. We went full circle. We went full circle in the stream. You're welcome. We brought it back. We brought it back! Okay, come on. This has to be so close to clean. How are you not clean? This isn't clean either. What is this a part of? Is this a part of it? Oh, this is a part of it. Okay, that makes sense. How is this not clean? Oh. It's close. Oh. Okay, this blue part is all a part of this. But this light blue part is not part of that. Ah. Oh my god, I still have to do the ceiling too. My goodness. But it is very interesting though. Like I said, it just goes back to like psychology and why do we judge people and stuff, and like sometimes it's definitely warranted, right? The way someone presents themselves can definitely say a lot about them. Like I dress a certain way because I definitely want to present myself a certain way, and or really I just like to dress that way and I don't really care. Sometimes you don't think too much about it. It's like, yeah, I like to wear these clothes. Oh, but here's another good example that doesn't have to do with politics. But isn't the way to not get judged just to talk about it? You are correct. But the counter argument to that, which I also think could be a valid one, is why waste the time, right? I don't disagree. But not everyone is open to talking about things either, or they just hold on to their views or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's just, sadly, not worth talking about. It's, right? So here's actually a really good example is like, I don't know, a month or so ago, I was walking in Hobby Lobby, which is notoriously like a Christian-owned store, right? I was picking up some Christmas decorations that I needed. I think I was just really picking up a tree star topper, but I was doing other errands. I wasn't just going to Hobby Lobby. But I definitely dress like grungier, 100%. I would say my style is more grunge, kind of sometimes tech-weary, whatever. So I had my grunge clothes on because that's just how I dress. I don't really think about it. I just dress that way. But you're sitting there, and you're in the... And to be fair, there is a time and a place for things. It goes back to time and a place. And, but... I sound like a kid in high school again. I sound like a kid in high school, but I was definitely getting stared at and judged a lot by the people who probably frequent Hobby Lobby more than I do. Don't get me wrong, I love Hobby Lobby. I don't care if it's Christian-owned. I fucking love Hobby Lobby and Chick-fil-A for that matter, alright? Both great stores for cheap decor. Or Yeah, Chick-fil-A is good for cheap decor, Jesus Christ. Hobby Lobby is great for home decor, alright? Mm-hmm. Alright. And so it's just like, people are probably judging because I dress really grungy. Hobby Lobby is an art store, but it's also Christian owned, and also, you know, there's a lot of Christian things sold there, right? There's Christian books, Bibles, symbols, things like that. It is an art store, but it's also a Christian art store, right? It's like if I walked into a bookstore that was a Christian bookstore. Yes, it's a bookstore, right? But I was absolutely getting judged. I could feel the eyes on me, because I was dressed in baggy gray, you know, jeans and a baggy gray, dark gray hoodie and stuff. And, you know, again, the hair, the whole look, right? Again, that's to be expected walking into a store like that. But it does make you, like, it doesn't happen as often now, but when it does, it's like, it does make you feel a little weird. It's the clean girl of art stores. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Extra long extension. So yeah, and there's obviously a lot of older people there and stuff like that. I'm not saying older people are more judgy, but I've met, to be, like I said, I've met a lot of cool older people. My grandma, for example, is extremely non-judgmental. She is definitely a woman of the land, if you will. Very multicultural and stuff. Very awesome lady. But if I'm talking about the, you know, old ladies who frequent Hobby Lobby, for example, definitely makes you feel like you're in high school again, and people are just looking at you and judging. But they might think, oh, she's up to something nefarious or something, right? But by talking to me, they would just know that I just like to dress that way and there's no real thought, right? How do you hold off drawing silly little things? I don't know. The satisfaction of just cleaning in straight lines overcomes that. The straight lines. Doing it systematically keeps my ADHD under check. For some reason, it appeals to it. But talking's too much work. Yeah, I know. But yeah, like, bringing up topics can be a good way to see, hey, this person's worth my time or not. Alright, I'm gonna just finish this class here. Then I'm gonna go run errands. Is that actually cleaning it? I think it is. Okay. Can I go with the longer? Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Mm-hmm. Because I'll be honest, I still, you know, judge people's character by the way they dress, right? I've seen a couple Instagrams, reels lately of girls in public with, you know, thonged booty shorts. Not that I condemn thonged booty shorts, but there's a time and a place, and something like a, you know, grocery store or, you know, a arcade that has kids running in the background is not the time and a place for thonged booty shorts, you know, with fishnet stockings. And no amount of, oh, but I'm wearing shorts and a skirt with stockings is going to convince me that you should be dressing, you know, that way in a public place where there's children. Now, if you're at a rave or something, go get it, honey. Late night, you know, adults only, go get it. I don't care. I'll dress that way too, fuck. I have dressed that way for raves and shit, like shit. Right? But it's also the discourse of, you know, obviously it gets into, well, skin shouldn't inherently be sexual and blah, blah, blah. And it's a hard discourse. Like, well, you're only looking at it sexually because you perceive it as sexual. And it's like, okay, all right. Yeah, hoodies and sweats and pools only. Well, again, that's a time and a place thing, right? Like, if you're wearing a bikini at a pool, that makes sense. If you're wearing a bikini at a grocery store that's near a beach, that makes sense. right? If you're wearing a bikini at a public arcade where there are literally kids running around in the background, probably not the time and the place. Right? Context matters. Mm-hmm. And a woman walking out wearing only a bra. Only a what? Only was she okay? You mean like she was wearing pants too, right? That was this. Whoa, no, that's the other side. Like, how is this whole thing still dirty? That's the other side. Oh, Jesus Christ. I almost had a heart attack. It's like I just got done cleaning the whole thing. Yeah, like if you go to a rave, you might see a titty or two. That's okay. That's okay. If you go to the grocery store, you're probably not expecting to see a titty or two. That's why I also think, like, consent's really important for stuff. And, I mean, I can talk about that all day, too. Pants and nothing on top but a bra. Like a Walmart event. Dude, you know what is a website I have not been on in a very long time? Is People of Walmart. Oh, that's like stuff on my cat days, though. Like, I can has cheeseburger days for sure. I'm trying to look at... Oh, maybe it's the seams here. Like, I'm looking at yellow on yellow. I think there was an update that you can change the color, though. I don't know what I'd change it to that would make it... Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. It's all just like this frame area. Yep. Okay, cool. And then I have this room ceiling. I think we got everything else in here, though. Yay. Aside from the ceiling, obviously. Okay. Room wall. Gift shop door frame. Looks like it's complete. So we'll take it. We'll take it. I remember being in middle school and moms picking up their kids in unfitting booty shorts. But at least that's like... It sounds bad, but it's like at least you're in your age group, right? Right? Like, I experimented a lot in high school with clothes. I'll be the first one to admit, not all my outfits were bangers. That's for sure. That is for sure. But, like, you're still a kid and you're just experimenting and whatever. Sometimes you just gotta learn by doing. But when you're a grown-ass adult, you should know better by then. It's not about self-expression at that point. You can still, self-express all you want. Shellfish. But there's also like a time and a place for things, right? Like I, as a dom or someone, I'm not gonna go into the grocery store and pull around my sub on a leash or something, right? Oh, the moms had half their booties hanging out. Okay. Well, yeah. Guess yeah. I try to give leniency to them. In the school. This is California by chance? Yeah. There's just a time and a place for stuff. Time and a place. But hey, whatever. Whatever. We can talk about it all day. It's interesting. LOL. No. Well, those interesting topics as well. I like talking about stuff like this that like maybe taboo, maybe not, maybe, it's a society thing, but like we can blame society all we want, but we do live, I don't want to sound like the Joker, but we do live in the society, right? So to what extent do we have to follow the rules? And at what point does not following the rules become harmful or not, or like quote unquote inappropriate, but does that go back to the society? I don't know. It's a fun thought thing. Wow, you sound like such a dyed hair person now. Hey, don't forget the mullet. Mullet. Yeah, I don't know. That was fun. You guys are fun to talk to. This is probably why I'm not like a bigger streamer either, because I like to talk about weird shit like this. No, actually, I could break down why I'm not a big streamer. One, networking. I haven't networked in over like 7 years per stream, probably. And a lot of the people who I did network with are now way larger, like tens of thousands of viewers, and I just never really kept up with them because I didn't want to seem like a bug. So kind of a no one to them now. The people that I used to hang out with, I cut ties off with a lot of people because they were just not people I really wanted to be around and stuff like that. Networking's always super big. Being an off and on streamer doesn't help. I'm just not innovative anymore. Is another one. I'm not an innovative streamer. I can't sing. I can't dance. I can't, do all that fun stuff. I mean, I can dance a little bit, but not, Right? And, but like I decided to become a VTuber. I can't sing, and I'm just like, well, what else do I do as a VTuber? I don't know. I just like being on stream and playing games. Honestly. I'm not marketable. And that's part of the reason why I sort of bored, is because I am just a more relaxed, chilled streamer. I don't have these crazy reactions. Like, how do you market someone like that? You say, oh, Raziel, she's just like this cozy streamer. She just kind of plays what she wants. She just gets on stream, talks about whatever she wants. She's just this cozy, chill streamer. Very open, maybe shares too much sometimes. How do you market that? How do you market that realistically, right? Because you can even say, like, even the more expressive streamers are chill as well. Just a little fella. Well, yeah, I'm not like super into, like, I'm not up to date on like memes. But like I try to market myself like way in a sense that makes sense for VTubing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like a nerdy hag. I don't know. I'm really cool and relaxed. And when I have pitched my idea, like my application to agencies, it's always like, I just want people to have a place to come and relax. But I don't think that's enough for, to make me sound exciting. Like, yes, I'm a good pick, even with all my qualifications. I'll be honest, I'm going to toot my own fucking horn here. I'm one of the most qualified people to become part of an agency. And maybe that's what scares them. Because I have a background in PR. I have a background in marketing. I have a background in community management. I have worked in video games. I have worked at an agency, not as a talent, but for social media, doing social media for talents. And while I have fucked up in my personal side of things a little bit, I have learned a lot in things. So I know how, and I think that's why people are also scared, because I know how things are supposed to work. I literally worked for United Talent Agency. And do you know who United Talent Agency represents outside of the influencer sphere? Let me pull it up. This is a legitimate Hollywood agency. Maybe this is why they are scared of me. I don't want to say scared. That's pretentious. But maybe this is why, despite having a multitude of applications to agencies, this is part of the reason why. So United Talent Agency, if you go to their page, they represent people like Mark Hamill. I know that was a big one. They represent people like Marshmallow. They're one of the biggest agencies in the world. So I never represented anyone on like the Hollywood side of stuff. I never represented anyone, to be fair. I worked with people like Gara that were the part of the influencer section of United Talent Agency. So now, granted, I didn't work there for super long, but I worked there long enough to like get the lay of the land. So it's interesting. That's why I'm like, I should be qualified. I've already worked at an agency, but maybe that's why they're also scared of hiring me, because I have worked at an actual legitimate Hollywood agency that represents, large individuals. Because, like I said, it's not just like, oh, local community. No, we're talking about powerhouses like Mark Hamill, music powerhouses and stuff. So it's like, it's not a small agency by any means. Mm-hmm. Like every member of Congress and the current president? No. Can't say that. Can't say that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know the reasons why. I'm a mermaid? I'm a water dragon. Also, hi, Kyo. I'm a water dragon. Yippee! But I always find it interesting because I mull over it sometimes. I'm like, well, I'd probably be bigger if I did this or that, right? Like if I if I tried to be more reactionary. But here's the thing. I would burn myself out if I was acting like someone that isn't me. I was definitely more like that when I first started streaming 10 years ago. When I was a little bit more younger. But yeah. I just don't have the privacy required. That's the other thing. Like, you can find out my entire life just because of what I worked as and who I am. And people tell me that. They're like, I can find like your real name and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I worked as a community manager. That enough alone. Yeah, I know. I'm not worried about stuff like that, to be honest. You kind of just have to not be if you want to stream. Even as a hobby, you just kind of, you're putting yourself out there, yeah. Oh, you always hear background noise? Gotcha, yeah. Yep, that's a big one, or can be. Depends. That kind of privacy, yeah, gotcha. No, it's fun. But this is why I've always called streaming a hobby instead of like a job for me. I treat it as serious as a job most of the time, but I always call it a hobby. Because I'm not doing what I need to do that's required to grow and stuff, like networking. That also has gotten harder for me recently because of the social anxiety I developed and stuff. But hey, whatever. It's still fun. I appreciate you guys, though. I didn't mean to go on that little rant at the end, but it just happens. Topics flow out of my brain. And not in any particular order. Nothing wrong with doing things for fun. No, absolutely not. I have invested a lot into streaming, obviously, over the years and stuff. But yeah, having fun is the biggest thing for me. Like I said, I do take it seriously. I do think of my stream viewers a lot and their experience. I probably overthink it, to be honest. I think Pipkin, Pippa, and Doki Bird both said it's entirely down to luck when it comes to growth as a VTuber. I could agree with that, Smack, yeah. Very laid back and mellow, yeah. No, the other thing, too, is I'm not willing to compromise. I'm not willing to compromise, like, the quality of my chat for success or the quality of my Twitter or anything. Like, I'm not willing to compromise that stuff to grow either. I have built my community on and off over 10 years in a way that I hope that we all respect each other, right? I want you guys to feel like you can respect me, and I'm not just gonna betray that trust, is the best way I can put it. And I want to respect you guys too. Like, we can have discussions and, you know, stuff like that if we feel like it, without feeling like we're stepping on toes all the time, or, you know, we're an explosive streamer, this is going to get blown out of proportion or stuff like that, right? I like to keep it real. So yeah, that's also another thing. I'm not willing to compromise, you know, my community quality, my stream quality, my presence quality. And I know that's a bit hard for people who do know, especially what happened at the beginning of this year, to say that, you know, well, you did do this. Think about this, 10 years of streaming. I have never been banned. I have never been a part of any other controversies. I have been a part of one controversy in 10 years. 10. Okay. As a streamer, I did get involved in a very, very small controversy with a very niche group, like the censorship group, as a community manager, because I worked on Korean games. And if you know anything about Korean games and censorship, it's really easy to fall into that. But that's a whole different thing. And I was a baby community manager and learning, but I definitely learned a lot from that mistake, or that process and everything. So I don't really want to call it a controversy. And it wasn't me as a streamer. It was me as a community manager, not being supported by a company and blah, blah, blah. So I have a lot of a lot of experience with that too. But as a streamer, I've been a part of one controversy, really. And I'd say in 10 years, that's not bad. More reactionary, extreme streamers tend to have immature fan bases. Yeah. Yeah. Which is fine. Right? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking anyone who's like that. Or, you know, the cool thing about streaming is that you can get on stream and be who you are, and you attract who you want to attract, right? One of my biggest streamers that I've always looked up to is Carnage. Perfect example of being a big streamer and still having control of your community and chat and the way you like to present yourself and things while being yourself. Same with Sacriel, was another big streamer that I look up to still. I'm still part of his stream group. If you look under my stream, it says the 42nd. Stream groups haven't really been a thing in a long time, but I am a part of his. He's the one who helped me get Twitch partner almost 10 years ago now, which is crazy to think about, but yeah. But hey, I would say 10 years, one controversy, not that bad. Not that bad. And I even admitted my fuck-ups during it, and I've learned a lot from it. And luckily, it's not really like, I hope it's not, but it doesn't feel like it's haunting me now or anything, so it is what it is. It is what it is. So, but yeah, I am not really willing to put my neck out for a lot of things. I want people to be able to come here and just relax and not necessarily think, you know, about certain things or feel forced into things. Just come and relax with me, because that's what I'm doing too. I come to stream to relax, hang out, and try new things. One of my biggest goals of streaming recently is just trying new games and stuff, and so I've been doing that, been having a lot of fun doing that, and that's just how I is. I just come on stream and be myself. Be myself. Anyway. Also, yeah, like the whole streaming discourse, I could go on forever about that too. Oh, I love talking about streamers. Ooh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And how streaming has evolved over the 10 years I have been streaming, for sure. It has evolved a lot. For better and for worse. It's very, very interesting, but yes. I'm going to go run my errands before rush hour hits here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It was fun. I hope you guys can get through the week. I know Christmas is over. We're back to work today and all that fun stuff. Oh, oh no. I know. But I do agree with growing. It has a lot to do with luck and stuff, and capitalizing on that too, knowing how to capitalize when it comes around. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I should have a schedule up later today. I'm gonna run all my errands and stuff first, and it'll probably be like late tonight that I actually post it. But I will be back tomorrow. Don't know what we're playing yet. Whatever happens, happens. Kind of depends on my energy levels too. But yes, Happy New Year. I will be back to wish you guys Happy New Year again tomorrow, though. I have the hiccups again, and I'm trying not to hiccup while saying goodbye. But thank you guys. Appreciate you all. Where am I? There I am. That's me. That's me. This is me again. This is all me. Yeah, heck. See you guys. Have fun. Be safe. Do good. Go hug your dog, your cat, your Dakimakura. See you all manana. Bye-bye. Thank you again. Y'all are awesome. It was fun talking to y'all today. Really happy I streamed. Really happy I streamed. Y'all make me happy. I'm gone. Bye.